We just need one more. And come on.
One more and we're a team.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be such a good night. So you had to get up really early this morning, you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying my concern every time is that I'll make sure that I'm up early enough.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't wake up early on a normal day, but with my luck, I would be late.
You're a morning person. Are you a morning person?
I'm a morning person and a night person. I'm a morning person when I have to wake up and do my chores. When I'm a night person, when I start crafting, I just lose time.
I'm not a morning person at all.
Oh, here's Ida.
Oh, Ida, how are you? We've also got Tracy. Oh, so here's the three people that we were
Good morning, Rose.
waiting on everyone. Hey, Rose. Now they're coming.
Sylvia from Portugal. Hi.
So did you recover from the cruise okay?
I had to. I was okay. I was really good. Unpacking all 7 suitcases right away.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, you're good because I've still got one suitcase that's sitting on the floor not unpacked. And my husband gets home next Friday. So he's been gone for 6 weeks. And it's not, my backpack and my suitcase are just sitting there. I'm like, man, I'm going to have to unpack them before he comes home. Otherwise,
I was kind of thinking maybe I should just leave it like that, and go on another one.
Well, I actually spoke to Rose today and I said, I don't think I'm going to unpack it because I'm going back on a cruise with her in June, leaving Texas. So I'm like, I don't need to unpack it. Mm-mm.
That's the one from Big Mouth Scrapper?
No, so that's the year after. So
that's the year after.
Yes, so next year, July 2nd, 2023, Rose has just confirmed the cruise. So I'll be teaching, just me. And we're leaving Galveston, going to Mexico again.
I have to start saving money.
It's on the Allure of the Seas.
Allure of the Seas? Okay.
Yeah.
It's exactly like the other one, just I think 1 foot smaller.
Okay. Because I just saw Icon of the Seas. Oh, Tamar.
Oh, that's a new one.
It's ginormous. So definitely going to have to go on that one.
Oh, hi, Cindy.
Hi,
I don't know. I kind of like smaller. Maybe do a smaller one. It was a little big. It was ginormous. Yes.
I didn't. It was the last day that when I come out of the elevator, I knew which way I was going. Every other day, I didn't know where I was going. It was too big. Yeah, so it's July. So,
July. Okay.
Anyone that's interested, there's the details. Thank you, Rose. You can go to bed now. Since it's
what time is it in Australia? Is it like 9 o'clock at night?
So here in Perth, it's 9 o'clock. In Sydney, it is 12 midnight because they're 3 hours ahead now. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Maria. So we've got lots of people logging in, which is great.
Hi, Maria.
Hi,
Hetty. My goodness, so many people are up now.
We've got 34, so 36. So that is 33 more than what we thought we were going to get today. So thank you, everyone. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
hi, Lorenza.
We've got, sorry, I click on what is, okay, everyone bear with me. It has been a very long time since I've hosted a live. And
Hi, Shamil.
Just.
Did you see Mondays with Corenza and the new collection?
How cute is that new collection?
Beautiful.
So cute. So everyone needs to get on and order it because I think that's going to be a collection that it'll go very, very fast.
Yeah, they're having nice ones and so many nice Christmas ones. I finally got yesterday pink Christmas and the classic Christmas.
Oh, so I just did a project today using the Sweet Winter. That one.
Sweet Winter, yes. This one I'm sold out. It's sold out like
It's
crazy. Stamperia is out, so
super cute. So I've got one more project to do with that, and then but I'm still organizing my new craft room because I've had to downsize.
Good luck.
My son just kicked me out of my shed, so I'm now in this little shoebox, and I'm slowly trying to get everything sorted.
Yeah. Very
Hi,
nice.
Barb.
Hi, Barb.
Hi, Kelly.
So you want to see what I'm doing today?
Yeah.
What time? Like 9:06. I better start because I mean it's
we've got
it's a really
50 minutes.
Oh, we have two ones. I'm going to lower it down a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm going to, nope, not that one.
Yeah, it's okay. You can still see. So I made this one for you guys. And it is a folio. And I used Cosmos Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
I told Omar I would love to make something with that, when I found it came out. So I'm glad that I finally got to do something with it. So it's a fun little folio album, and it takes about 3-4 hours to do. So it's not too bad. Not one of those 1 week to do.
Well, yeah, one that takes 3 weeks to complete.
So everything is from scratch, and the album itself, the base is also made from scratch. It's not a store-bought one. So I have on my website under tutorial, you have a video on how to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So
how cool is that?
Yeah. So what we'll do today is we're just going to put all of these decorating items together and decorate it and do the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to my website, you can also download what I call a cut list. And the cut list will have all of the elements and the measurements in them. So this is a free download. And you can download or learn how to make the cover and just use it for whatever other Stamperia collection you want. But it's specifically for Stamperia collections, because it's for the 8x8, and I used the background and I used the regular collection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I like to take the cutouts at the end, all the little cutouts they have. Look how many we can get. Like we can get a lot. This is just half of it. And I like that.
You're very organized. I like it.
Only before lives.
Like super, super organized. I need to take a leaf out of your book because, I'm not that organized.
Yeah. So, yeah, because you can't do a 4-hour project in 1 hour. You really can't. So I had to prepare and do in advance, and you had to do one so that you can get the practice and see what you like, and also get people excited.
Yeah.
So that they know what they're doing during a live, that they know what they're going to be watching. So I've done all that in advance. So
do we want, okay, so bear with me. If I accidentally cut, like if we go dead, it means I've pressed the wrong button, but I'm going to try and get your hands big, take me out. So bear with me.
Okay.
So if we go that and that. Are you still there, Tamar?
I'm still here. Can you hear me okay?
Praise the Lord. Okay, sweet. I think we're good to go.
Yay!
I haven't put anyone off, so that is awesome.
Great.
Right.
Okay.
So now everyone can see your beautiful hands and see what you're creating properly.
Oh my God, I forgot polish on. It's okay. Not that I ever can put polish on. All right. So what are we gonna need? for this project, I'm going to post later a list of the materials and everything. And I think I gave it to Michaela sometime. But for the album itself, you need a small chipboard or mat board. You know, I did not use the heavy chipboard here. It's just the thin mat board that is still flexible because it's a small album. You don't really need anything heavy. You need about 10 sheets of colored cardstock. And I did this one in 2 different colors. I did this in brown and in blue. But you can definitely use.
Sorry, can I just ask what size is the book?
It's 4.5 by 6.5.
Okay,
by 1 1/4. So it's about the size of a hand. And it's really nice to do it this size because it's good for 4 by 6s. And it still hold quite a few photos, or you can do like journaling in it. All right, so you're gonna have 2 flaps here that we're gonna decorate, and a couple of pockets here. We have magnets. We have a few flaps here with pocket and magnets. And then we have what we call here a waterfall and a pocket here. So let's start. You know, if you see in the cut list that I gave you, besides the sizes of all the elements that we make in the book, okay, from the 8x8 collection, what I've done is I took this background and I cut the 8x8 into, I took out 2 inches from the top and I just cut it in half to have 4 by 6s. So it's very simple. It's really not complicated. What do I cut or where? Just take your background and cut 16 pieces of 4 by 6, and we're going to put it together now. All right, that's basically it. When you get to pockets, you take your 4 by 6 and you just cut it in 2. You can do reverse side and just do one here and one here. All right. So that's it. Now I can continue talking and I'll just glue this together.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just there, I remembered which button to press. Okay. I was checking out all the little buttons and I was like, okay, which one lets me have my face on there? And I was like, oh, maybe I should have.
Are you learning how to operate StreamYard while I'm doing my live?
I might be. Like I said, if we get kicked off, I apologize. We will come back. Like I said, it's been a
while for both of us, hasn't it?
Yeah, so what, I was in the States
for the summer vacation.
Well, I was in the States for a month, and then maybe a couple of weeks before that is when I did my last live, because I was traveling all over Australia teaching. So it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. So well, I am. That's why I was like, oh gosh, I wonder if I can remember what buttons to click in. But no, I managed to kind of remember. Monday, I will be on with Omar creating. Please don't ask me what I'm creating because I've got no idea yet. I'm planning on doing that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to still figure that out. So that, I mean, I've got plenty of time. I've got Saturday and Sunday and a bit of Monday to work that out.
Oh, you know, when I'm thinking about what I'm doing, I have so many options that go through my head, a gazillion options. And then I always think, what would people like to do? So the reason that I chose this particular project today,
is
because, you know, the Friday Lives have to do with trying to promote the stores, or so they gave me an opportunity to promote mine. Because usually I don't like to mention, hey, you know, I have a store, come and buy from me.
Well, we've got to help each other out as much as we can. And I think this is a great idea that Stamperia has done.
I really didn't. So I was thinking that doing album is really what I do a lot of, sort of my specialty. I have a lot of tutorials online, and I have a lot of tutorials that you can see on the website.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose to do this one.
So you know how I said you're super organized?
Yes.
Did you already put pre-double-sided tape on your album? Is that what you were? You've already put double-sided tape on your album?
I'm doing it with a regular glue because I want to do this fast.
Oh, I thought you had double-sided tape. It looked like you were taking off the top layer.
I took off my I put a little tape with the magnet here to let me know, hey, I want to put a magnet here, because if I don't do it in advance, I forget.
Yeah. I was just going to say, again, very organized. I was like, man, she's already put like all the double-sided tape where it needs to go.
Yeah. It's also the tutorial that I made for the album itself. Have that part in it. Hey, put a magnet here, put a magnet there, so that I recorded this before. Now I have to just find my double-sided tape again. What I did here is I put a tuck pocket. A tuck pocket is a really nice way to add a little something, not adding an actual pocket. So this way, if you have a photo, you can just stick it like that.
Yeah.
And it holds it. It's really a nice place to take something in and out really quickly.
Yeah. And everyone's loving albums at the moment. Albums are really
very popular. Scrapbooking. And I do a lot of them. I like doing album. For Stamperia, before this one, I've done one with Desire that also have a free tutorial on my website.
I think that's great how you've got free tutorials.
Yeah.
So everyone, if you want a tutorial, head over to Tamar's website. Also, if you want to buy any of the products that she's using as well, go to her website. Check it out. Okay,
yeah,
so
my friends told me I could do a kit for this, so I made a kit for it.
That's cool.
So you can also get that. I think I only have a few that I can ship from stock, but if I'm out of stock, it's still okay. I'll still get it.
So Tamar, your website, is it just www.creativetreasures.com?
No, creative-treasures.
Okay.
There is a dash between the creative and the treasures. And I also have an Etsy store. It's called Artisan Boutique by TPA. TPA is Tamar Perry Art. Because I've had that for a long time. And then I also sell on Amazon and eBay and
everywhere.
But the best prices really and the best stock, because I don't have the stock everywhere, is on on my website.
Okay.
And a lot of the tutorials are also on my YouTube channel. And the YouTube, just do Creative Treasures or Tamar Perry Art and you'll get it.
Okay. I was going to say, for those that don't know, maybe we should say what it is, but you've already done that for me, so thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so what do I want to put here? So you can put here a full page to cover, or you can just do part. Let's just do one. Another thing that I want to mention to you guys, if you don't want to watch the whole tutorial that I taped, is whenever you're doing album, this is what I do anyway. Whenever you're doing albums and you're taking pattern paper cutout, you would want to cover your edges all around, because then you can see the core and it's white. And if you're putting it over a dark background, it doesn't look too great. So I always take either a marker and mark all the edges, or you can take ink and ink the edges and make it look a little more vintagey if you like. But yeah, I don't usually leave a white core. This part I usually do before I start decorating the album. I take all my papers, I cut them, as you can see. I paint all of the edges and then I put it together.
So organized.
Yeah.
I love it.
Now over here, I wanted to show you also two different ways of doing it. Over here, I put the background first and then I put the pocket. Sometimes if you already have a pocket, let's say you made the album in advance and you decided to put it in, now you want to put this over here, you can't really because it's too wide. So I'm just going to cut it around and it'll save this piece for another use.
Yep.
Right? So we're just going to cut it. Cut it.
Do you know, Tamar, I was just thinking, right, because we were busy doing other stuff before the live, I don't think I connected my webcam. So I think I'm actually using the camera off my computer rather than the webcam, because I'm sitting there thinking, why is my room so dark? But I think because we were too busy trying to sort out everything else, I just clicked the wrong button.
Oh, that's okay.
I think next time. Oh. So we've got lots of people coming in. So thank you for spending your Friday with us.
Okay.
Okay, so Cindy's just said, I took one of Tamar's card kits and they are fun. The kit was great too.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so let's say I'm trying to arrange it here. Here we go.
It's such a good idea. I don't like wasting. So what you've done there is a really good idea, and you're saving paper too.
Yeah, I don't waste. And one of the things that I always try to do is make an album or make a project that I don't have to buy too much. Not that I buy for myself. But yeah, I'm trying to see. I'm not gonna take a pad and use one page out of it for a project. What do you do with the rest?
Yes.
So I'm always keeping, like, you can take this now and put it here.
Tamar, do you mind pulling your album down just a little bit, please? Just so that the ladies can see the full album. Thank you.
Yeah. See, that's why I need you always when I'm doing live, because I don't watch myself work.
Look, when you're creating, you're in the zone and you can't see, and you need that person just to give you a little heads up.
Yes. Especially me, because I'm not good at multitasking at all.
Neither am I. I'm like the worst. If you ring me while I'm creating and I'm talking, I swear I just keep gluing the same thing over and over because I cannot think, because when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone.
Yeah. Especially with albums, when I'm creating one, then my head is somewhere else, because when you design something, you have to think about all the measurements and where everything goes, what to put where, because it has to make some kind of sense. Like right now, I'm trying to do color blocking. So this is the same paper, so I can put one here and one there. and I did a color block here. But on the original album, I think over here, I decided to put the same picture in both parts. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this and this is the same, and this is the same. So I'm playing with the pattern paper, just not just randomly, let's take it and put it down. Part of the fun when you're making something like this is try to see, you know, the fun part of what to put where, how the colors will coordinate. You know, so
then how long would it normally take you to create an album from scratch, from start to end?
Okay, how long it will take me?
Yeah.
It really depends on the size and the complexity. The Desire album took me a couple of days.
Okay.
I don't have it. I think I sold that one already. But let me give you an example. I've done this one with Lady Vagabond.
Oh my gosh, that's ginormous.
It's ginormous. And that one took me a while.
I can imagine. Wow.
But it's totally different. It's a totally different kind of album here. Yeah. You know? Oh, so there are different elements like here. It's completely different type of elements here.
Wow. Okay. Gosh, that's a lot of patience.
Yeah, but the biggest part is the planning part of it. Let's say I've done this one, and this is a little smaller. This is with Casa Granada, a little more rustic. You know, so this one took me a weekend, let's say, to make. But it's a lot of fun. I do have tutorials for both of them, by the way. All of these are also on my website. You can get the free tutorial. Wow. But it's a lot of fun. You know, I really enjoy doing that. Besides doing albums, I also like to do the cover in mixed media.
I was in awe that I actually missed everyone's comments. Sorry. So I'm going to go back. I missed them. So okay. So everyone's saying beautiful, that they love your album.
Yeah, you know, everybody does album in a different way. And I think that a lot of the albums you see out there don't really have the pattern paper over cardstock. They just take the pattern paper and fold it and make the pages out of that.
Yeah.
But I like to use cardstock as my base. It just gives it an extra sturdiness, makes it really strong.
So Patricia wants to know, what do you do with your albums? Do you sell them? Do you give them away? How many albums do you have?
How many albums do I have? Yeah. Right now, I don't have many. I do sell them. Most of the times I get commission for them. And so they're sold before I even have a chance to, you know, do anything with them.
Yeah.
But I do them as gifts. I have, actually, today's my niece's birthday. Yesterday was my sister's birthday. And I always get.
So, okay, I have to admit, I have been kind of missing from social media for a while. So today I jumped on to share my stuff, and I saw the photos of you and your sister, and they are the cutest, like with the two of you and your children. I was like, oh my God, how damn cute were you guys? So cute. And I loved your clothes.
We were cute once and young and skinny.
Well, I wasn't actually looking at that. I was just thinking, God, you guys were like the cutest kids. And then I saw your clothes and I was like, oh, those clothes are cute. And I love all the retro. I'm a sucker
Thank
for
you.
it. But I just thought, oh, that's just so cute. They were gorgeous photos.
Thank you. Yeah, it was some of my favorites. It, my sister gave me for my birthday one of those digital photo frames, that
Yes.
everybody loads pictures to it and then you see them. And then she loaded them
Yep.
with pictures for me.
Oh, isn't that nice?
So it's loaded with photographs. And I took some of those and I posted them. Yeah, but we have all of us in all of our houses, my mother, my daughter, my sister, we all have the digital frame. So we all load each other with photographs.
Oh, and it's like a slideshow, isn't it? It just kind of rolls through the photos. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
That's so
fun.
cool.
It's really fun because now she's in Aruba, so she can load pictures there. And then I see them. All of a sudden, I'm looking
Yeah.
at my phone, like, what is this picture? I didn't see this one before. We're having a lot of fun with that. So I'm making her an album, and then my niece will get one. And I have a plan to get my daughter some journals. I'm going to make her some journals.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I can't keep them for myself. No, because then I really am not going to have any room here.
Look at you just pow out. It's just you're whipping things and you're gluing things and the albums.
I'm just gluing paper on paper. Once you have your plan and you have your base album and all your pieces cut and ready, putting it together is a piece of cake. See? The fun part that you're going to have is to decide where everything goes, to decorate it. That's the fun part.
So Oriana and Blanche have just said the albums and cards are challenging because they can't cut in a straight line. You girls are like me. I cannot cut straight, and it doesn't matter what I do. And I actually think it's because of.
So I have a couple of tricks for you. First of all, if you can invest in a good trimmer. They're really not expensive. I use Creative Memories trimmer. It's $50. And I will be happy to give you a link for it as well. I do Creative Memories tools, and it's really nice. And you have the blade here. It rolls. And on the back of it, you can put additional blade like your scoring blade.
Oh my God. That is like the Terminator of trimmers.
Yeah.
The way you just opened for the blade.
Yeah, you just switch the blade and now it becomes a scoreboard.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and it cuts straight because you lay the paper here and then you hold it down and it cuts it straight. If you don't have the $50 to spend on this, you can spend $1 and get yourself a good ruler.
So Blanche is saying she's bought 3 trimmers. The problem is me. I hear you because it's me too. It doesn't matter what I buy or get. I cannot cut straight.
No, well, you have to get one that really that holds it good. Like this is heavy. You can hear it. It's heavy and you have to hold it. Hold it and then trim it. And then the paper doesn't move. Or with that $1 ruler, the other very, very, very important thing, and I believe in it 100%, is get yourself a good blade. And I have a few of them. I mean, you can tell. But always use a sharp new blade. And then you really don't even have to push it. You just very lightly go over it. And the third thing that you'll hear me say on all of my tutorials is a mat with a grid line.
I was going to say, because I know I've tried with a ruler and a craft knife, and yeah, it always just, I swear my craft knife has a mind of its own and it decides it doesn't want to cut straight. But I guess having the grid on your mat to line up against is probably a good idea.
Yeah, having the grid and also having a sharp blade. If you don't have a sharp blade, it doesn't matter. You just go like this and it'll go like
Yeah.
that, and you don't want it. But I I put it straight on my grid, and I take my metal ruler and I hold it. And I'm not even pushing on it. Okay? I'm not even pushing on it. And now it will not cut. No. That's cut.
It was going to
But
try and
it's
make
nice
it
and straight. And that's it. Hold it down and use a good ruler and blade. And the rest, it's, it'll do by itself. Yeah. So that's what I do. I also use this when I do my fussy cutting. Like
Don't even get me started on fussy cutting, Tamar.
So I also made a video tutorial for fussy cutting, giving you ideas, but this is one of my favorite tools to use because you just go through like that with a blade. And it goes so fast and so easy.
Okay, I don't understand how that's possible. You've just put the rest of us to shame there, Tamar. I'm watching you and I'm like, I love you, but I hate you at the same time, because there's no way I could do that with my craft knife. No way.
You have one of the sharp blades one?
Yeah, well, probably needs to be replaced. I've got the Cricut because I like the, what is it? The
handle.
Thank you very much. Yes, the silicone handle on it. When the blade is new, yes, okay, it cut, but it doesn't cut like that. But I think my problem is too, I'm so impatient, and most of the time when I'm fussy cutting, I just cut things off that I and I'm like, it doesn't need a wing, it doesn't need a leg. No one's gonna see it.
But with the blade, when you're doing the fussy cutting, you can really get into all of the little tiny areas, and it doesn't take much. Let me show you the feather. See the feather?
Yes. You're not gonna fussy
You're
cut
not
that out.
gonna go in there with the scissors, correct?
No. Well, I can. It'll be cut in certain places. You're not.
Well, I cut the feather all the way around. That's my first step. Okay.
Oh, you're getting nice and close. I like it. Okay, so we've got mixed emotions.
Okay. About?
Some are saying prefer scissors. I've just been, Clara she said, I'm impressed on how you master the blade. Some are saying they love fussy cutting, some are saying they don't like it. So we've got two teams. The team Tamar for fussy cutting, team Farrel for no fussy cutting.
I don't like fussy cutting. If there's something that I really don't like to do, is fussy cutting. And when I cut the big pieces, I use my scissors.
Yeah.
I always use my scissors. But when it comes to those little tiny areas in between, I use my blade. I utilize both ways. There is no right or wrong. There's just, it's a matter of preference. Okay. And then after you cut all the little pieces, look at this. I didn't even intend to do a little bit of giving fussy cutting advice. Me giving advice on fussy cutting. Can you believe that? I cannot believe I'm doing that.
Fake it till you make it. And in my eyes, you are the master of fussy cutting with a blade. Say no more.
So after you do that, you see all the little tiny areas?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, after I do the fussy cutting, the third thing that I do is I go over with ink. And that sort of blurs out all the white areas that are still showing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do with black or blue or whatever, and it will give it a frame. And you won't see the white.
Sure.
So even if it wasn't a great job, it still blurs it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we still have a lot of other things to cover. So back to gluing.
Can you just pop your camera up a little for me, please? Because we came in nice and close for that.
I'm a master of patience. All right, let me put it up.
Perfect.
Okay. I don't know if I'm patient. I think I lost a little bit of my patience over the years. I used to be a lot more.
I think to be able to do albums, I think you have to be a bit patient. And I think that's why I don't do albums, because I'm lazy and I don't like to be patient. So if I can slap it together and have it done, then I'm happy.
Well, a lot of mixed media artists are, because I think that, I do see it's the mixed media art being different than fine art. Like when I do my fine art work, it's like 3-4 months to complete one piece.
Oh my goodness.
When you do mixed media, it's a few hours and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So I can spend a couple more minutes on it.
Look, I started off scrapbooking and that was okay. But again, I couldn't cut straight or glue. Like even putting glue, like doing mounts for your photos, they were never ever straight. So then when I started mixed media, I was like, oh my goodness, no one can tell that it's crooked. So it was the best for me, because I just spend too much time trying to make it straight rather than just slapping it on. No one can tell.
Well, a big part of mixed media is that it doesn't have to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And you can absolutely do it. You don't have to know how to draw or paint or anything like that in order to be successful as a mixed media artist.
Yeah.
It's a lot about embellishing and putting things together and playing with color and texture and shapes, and less about making straight lines.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, this is not really art. To me, putting an album together is more of a craft.
Yep.
So as a crafter, I don't have to be perfect. When I do something for a customer, then I'll put more time into it. I'll use double-sided tape, not regular glue. I'll make sure my lines are more straight. It's different.
But I think you're doing the best of both worlds. So because everything is so precise inside the album, but then you do the mixed media on the cover.
Right. Then I like that too.
Yeah, which I think is great. Yeah. Look, I love looking at albums. I love going through people's albums. I just haven't mastered the creating the album.
Well, you created the journal.
Yeah, but that was a little different. That it was fun to make, don't get me wrong, but then trying to go, well, how am I going to instruct which papers to cut, what size? That was a bit of a mission, but your album's looking awesome.
I thought you were very brave to do that.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so this is my what I call a belt. And it's a really good way to get a page closure on something is by putting two flaps on two sides with a magnet feature, and it just keeps it nice and close.
That's awesome.
So I put it here just to show you. I'm going to cut this piece to put, I usually put it on the back and on the front. Now, if let's say you're making an album and you're not sure of the size that you're going to need to cut, how do you do that? So you measure the area and you leave a frame around. Okay. So if my belt is 2 inches wide and this is 3 3/4 inches long, I'm going to remove about 1/4 inch from each of the sides. So it's going to be 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, and I need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. Let me take the small one. Oh, it's over here.
Okay, while you're cutting, Jean's just asked, she says, I can never master using magnets. Any tips for this?
She can never what with using magnets? I'm sorry, I can't hear.
She can never master using magnets. So do you have any tips on maybe making the magnets work in an album?
Absolutely. Hold on. First, I have in my tutorial that I put on my website, you'll see exactly how to put the magnets. But I use disc magnets that are nice and flat and very flat. They're 1.1/32 of an inch. So to show you, let me take it out so I can show you. Okay.
Oh, it's itty bitty.
Yeah, it's 32 parts of an inch. 1/32th of an inch. I don't know how you say it.
How many coffees have you had this morning?
Okay, so that's the first thing. So I'll show you how I put the magnet in the right place. It's actually really easy and simple. So I take my double-side tape. First, you decide if you want it to close on the right or on the left. Okay, so I want this to be closed this way, that the right part is on the top and it will open to the right. So I put my first magnet here in the middle and I make my placement. Okay, and you can put a dot of glue to hold it in place. Okay, and you secure it with a double-side tape. Then you take the second.
And you leave that. You leave the part of the double-sided tape on top. You don't take that off. The top of it.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Okay. I take the second one, and now the double-side tape, the sticky side, is on the top. Okay, and now you have to see which side you want to put your magnet. See, now it's magnetizing to it. That's the bottom side. I'm putting it here, and I'm putting them together, one on top of each other. Okay, I'm going to trim a little bit here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take the other part and put it down like that. And when you pull it up, it'll be here.
Stop it. You're killing me right now.
That's it. All right, I want to put it a little bit more now. Let's say you don't like the placement, so you take it, you move it a little bit now. I want it to be a little bit more here. Okay, I just need to do it again. And you can play with it until you're ready to put it where you want it to be. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now for me, it's better on the left side.
Yeah.
I like this one better here. Now I have the placement of the two magnets. I'll take my piece of paper. I'll measure. See, I need to cut it a little more. That looks good. I'm happy with it.
Love it.
Okay. Except my tape is, I moved it so many times now.
Sorry about that. But I was just.
But I have the placement. Here we go.
I've been amazed with the magnets, but I've never actually used them. And so it was great that Jean asked the question.
Now the magnet is hidden right there. You can't see it. You can barely feel it. But
now you
there.
have the magnets to sell on your website?
I can't hear you. What?
Do you have the magnets to sell on your website?
The magnets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Okay, another piece. Okay. Now you need four of them here, 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 and here. Now the top part, it's also nice to, if you want to do one of the, if you want to do something interesting, make a belt.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Let's do this one, for example. Let's do one of these. So I call this a buckle. Like, if in a belt you have a buckle.
Yeah.
So you take an element and make it as a centerpiece. So I'll take a background, maybe make it a little bit sturdy, another piece of chipboard, not chipboard, cardstock. You can definitely do chipboard if you want.
As long as it's nice and thin, because you wouldn't want it too bulky, would you?
Yeah, you don't want it too bulky. But you can add a little bit. You can cut the corners, make it interesting. Just showing you different options.
Yeah.
My marker. Don't forget to mark the edges. I hope nobody's too bored right now.
Nope,
is a low
everyone's
price.
good here. So can I ask what makes you prefer the marker over the ink pad when you
I
do your
don't
editing?
have a preference. I do prefer ink. I
Mm-hmm.
think doing it with ink gives it a little bit more of a vintage look, and I prefer the vintage look.
Yeah.
Um, but in this particular place, I said, in this particular case,
Mm-hmm.
because it's faster to do it with a marker, for
Yep.
one. I will use a marker if I have a white background, because ink tends to make everything really dirty when you have white.
Mm-hmm.
You see it a little more, so I will use ink marker with white. Or if I'm pressed in time, or in this particular uh, for this particular collection, it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's very dark, and you will not really see
Yeah.
unless you use a black ink. You're not going to really see it.
So Amber and Dippy, they've asked what is the make of the navy cardstock that you're using?
The maker of
The navy cardstock. The blue cardstock that you just used.
the navy cardstock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember. Hold on. It is My Colors cardstock. It's called My Colors, and it is navy.
Okay.
Okay. Now another thing that you can do is put it here. Put inside 2 parts and on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna skip some of these right now because we're coming on an hour. And we really strayed from a lot of different things. And I still want to do a little bit of the cover.
Yep.
So the decorating part inside, please just take some of your cutouts and you can just decorate it any way you want. And again, you can see I have a full tutorial on how I decorated the album on the inside. But let's do the cover so that we can get that out of the way. So for the cover, what I've done, I want to show you, is I've done a little shaker here.
Ooh.
It's a little shaker. I have a mold. I have some natural elements here and some flowers. So the first thing that I've done is I cut this one at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So it's a little bigger than the 4 by 6 because the cover is a little bigger than the inside pages. And I'm going to put some paper down on my mat so I will not get my mat all dirty.
But Tamar, there's a few ladies here that are saying that they've been paying so much attention to what you're doing that they haven't been commenting because they're watching you intensely, hanging off every word you say. But they're all saying that it looks beautiful.
This is usually me. I watch and I work at the same time, so my fingers are busy doing other things. All right, let me get my board. All right. So what I want to do is I want to get the background a little bit dirty, which means I'm going to put some paint on it without really paying attention where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want a little bit depth. Okay. A little bit of this, and this is aquacolors in brown and turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
And when the turquoise comes on at first, it looks really bright, but then it dries a little dull.
It's like my favorite color.
Yeah. So just a little bit, and I'm just dabbing it because, you know, you're really not going to see it. All you're going to see is the little shades. Okay. I'm going to put it here to dry. Second step. Okay. I'm taking acetate. And I'm cutting the acetate to 6 1/4 by 4 1/4.
Mm-hmm.
I need to open this. And this will be for my shaker. Okay. And I'm going to take some white and sprinkle over the acetate. And that will look a little bit like stars.
So Cheryl, that was on the cruise with us, is saying hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Actually, I think Cheryl, you said you booked on to the Big Mouth Scrappers cruise in 2024. I think that's what Cynthia said.
Uh-huh.
It'll be good to see you all again.
Yes. Okay, so if I put this on the acetate, just sprinkle the white. It looks like star constellation.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So I put that to dry now.
Jean, yes, Tamar has a YouTube channel. Yes, and I do too. It's just been a long time since I did any YouTube videos, but you're more than welcome to jump on there. If you just put our names in, you'll find us. I do need to probably go back to my channel.
I do have my YouTube. If you put Tamar Perry Art, I don't know if you put Creative Treasures, if you find it, but for sure, if you put Tamar Perry Art, you'll find it. And if not, again, on my website, creative-treasures.com, you'll have the tutorials. It'll take you to my YouTube channel. Hi, Belinda.
Yes, she said she's late, but she made it.
Okay, third thing that I want to paint is my mold. Okay, and I think this is from Forest Collection. I'm not sure, but this is the mold that I used.
Oh, so cute. Did you use black resin?
I used black resin, or you can use white and put black gesso over it.
I would love to try black. We don't get it here. Black resin.
Do you have resin dye?
I'm going to say probably. I just haven't looked for it. But remember, we are in Australia. Yeah, there's a lot of things we don't get here.
Resin dye, you can absolutely just put the dye into the resin. If you don't have, I would say black pigment. Get yourself some black pigment, mix it with the clear part, then add it to your existing resin. Not the black, not the white, the clear.
Yeah, the epoxy.
If you add it to the white, it will become gray. But if you add it to the clear, it will turn black.
That's okay. I was just being lazy. I just didn't want to black gesso my resin, but that's fine. I'll keep black gessoing it.
Okay, so paint. I don't know if I have a good brush here. Let me see what brushes I have. I don't know. See, I should have prepared a good brush, right? There we go. That's a good one.
Do you know, but it doesn't matter how many brushes you have. When you need to find one, Like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tubs full of paintbrushes, and today I couldn't find one that I wanted. How is that possible?
So I'm skipping a step here. Usually before I paint the mold, I will add primer underneath, because before I paint resin, I like to put primer so that the paint will adhere better to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally skipping the step. So now I'm applying brown. This is brown. Okay. And then I'm going to just very loosely paint my wolf. I'm not going to worry about little tiny details. It's really not necessary. So you can add white, or you can add ivory white. And you just mix the two together.
Mm-hmm.
And give it highlights so that it'll look like a wolf, right? Like, because the wolf had different color in their fur. So just here and there. No need to go crazy. A little bit here, a little bit there, and just
So
so that
you
it's
don't
not
dry
one
in
color.
between colors. So while it's still wet, you're mixing the colors together.
Yeah, I'm mixing the color right on the resin.
Okay.
You can take your time and really do a lot more if you like. I'm just showing you a very quick, easy way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to put wax on top anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll help if I plug my thing in, right?
Oh, Tamar. Oh, wake me up.
You know, I have one outlet near my desk, one. And I have to
Oh,
plug in my phone, my iPad, my computer, my this, that. It just doesn't work.
so when we moved most of my stuff into this craft room, I made sure I've got 2 power boards in like arm's length. So I thought that way I can have half of my stuff plugged in on one and still have enough just in case I need more. Because you can never have too many power points.
Yeah. I think I have behind me, but I have my calyx behind me. And I don't like to leave things plugged in and
Yeah.
they're behind things, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because of a fire hazard. When you use extension cords, it's a fire
Yeah.
hazard. So I unplug it when I don't use it. So it has
Mm-hmm.
to be accessible. And that's it. It's done. It's dry. See, 2 seconds. And my wax. I thought I took it out, but I apparently.
It might be hiding under something because it was very quick. Move stuff out of the way because we were live all of a sudden.
Okay, I can't really find it. So you know what? Oh yeah, I found it. I found it. I found it.
Yay!
I'm lying.
You can stop
I'm
looking.
lying. Cerantica gold. Now, when I'm doing cerantica over a mold, okay, I don't do it alongside the parts that are high. Like if you see here, the hair goes up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to apply it sideways.
Yeah.
And then
Beautiful.
catches the highlights. So go against.
Mm-hmm.
the area here. And put a little bit every time. Just put a little bit. You need more, apply more. Don't put too much on your hand. And I do like using my hand, my fingers when I
they're
do it.
always good. You don't lose them like you do with paintbrushes. My fingers are the best tools.
The only thing is it's really, it's difficult to get rid of, to wash it off.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow, look at his face now that you've added the wax.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And now, okay, so now we can put this on the side. And let's put this together. I do want to clean my hand a minute. Take a baby wipe. I'm shocked I still have some leftover from our cruise.
Do you know what? I actually brought a packet home because I was like, I'm not leaving me. Baby wipes are like gold for mixed media artists.
Yes.
So I was willing to sacrifice some items in my suitcase to bring home the baby wipes.
I can't believe that you're having such a hard time finding things in Australia.
No, Tamar, don't even get me started.
That's
We'll be here all night.
That's really sad.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I'm going to cut a frame and do the shaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I need black cardstock. No, I'm sorry, brown. Let me see if this is good enough. I need 4.5. 4.25. Okay, yeah, I have a remnant. That's perfect.
Yay.
Okay, so I'm going to cut a window out of it. So I'm going to cut this at 6.25 by 4.25. Oh, and we did change this, didn't we?
Whoops.
Yeah, I changed it, but now where did I put my blade? All right. I took my blade out. Now I can't find it, so I'll do it.
You didn't put it in the back of it?
Yeah, I'll do it with, I have 14 trimmers, so I can always find
it. That was the third one that you've used today. Not that I was counting.
I have different ones here for different purposes, but okay. 4.5 by 4.25 by 6.25, and now I'm just going to cut a window out of here. At 1/2 inch. Oh, look, I cut 2 together. I didn't realize I had
2 together.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had 2 pieces because I just reached over to my remnants pile.
Yeah.
So that's my window. And the acetate will go over here.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be my shaker. So now I need to give it height. I'm going to take some foam. I have a foam sheet here. So I'm just going to cut 1/2 inch here. Again, I like my grid here. My blade.
You're going to use a craft knife to cut it?
My ruler. And I'm cutting 1/2 inch strips. And I think 4 should be enough. And let's take my tape. So this is where a double side tape will come in handy. Put it all around. I have a bad habit of using my nails to remove the tape.
I do that all the time. All the time. And I bought one of those tools, but I always forget that I've got it.
I buy these on Amazon. It's tooth, for picking teeth.
Okay. So that's
is
what I thought it
dental.
was. But I was like, I don't think I want to ask just in case. Well, that's you
I have
using it for something else. It's a good idea.
Okay. So now you have the paint on this, and I'm making sure that the paint is on the bottom. Not that it really matters, but I'm putting it on the bottom. Okay. Just taking the excess off. Okay. All right, so the frame is on top. The acetate is on the bottom, and the foam will go under here like this to create height, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is a nice foam. It has, I think, about 1/8 of an inch thickness here, which is pretty nice. If you don't have double side tape, you can take more of the mat board or chipboard and glue it on.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything that will give it about 1/8 of an inch height. Okay, now these will go here. And I can cut this here. And the last one will go here. Here we go. So now I have tape here and I have height. And this is like a pocket to put all of my little schmaltzies when I do my shaker. And so this will go under, and we can put this under here, and this will go on top and will be the shaker. Let's measure. And as I measure, I see that my frame is just a little bit smaller than the paper I have under.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut it a little bit. My glue. And especially over my ribbon. At this point, I would suggest to make sure that you're doing it on the right side. So look inside just to make sure you're not doing it upside down.
So that would be something I would have done. So yes, always check.
Always check that you're doing it on the right side. Okay, now I'm going to just take one side out and put it down. So the rest are open, you see. So now it's in place,
Yep.
but I can still do what I need to do. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to put some of the shaker things inside. I don't know if you can see how I do it. I'll try to. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we can. We get the gist of it, and that's why you only had it on the base.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they're pretty.
Yay! They're very light. And I'm going to put some clear. So I just chose some embellishments that will go with my colors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now it's in there. Give it a little bit of a whirl.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it steady.
Mm.
And I'm slowly going to remove the tape.
This is where I'd have it go. It would just explode. It would go everywhere. You're making me nervous.
No, I'm holding it in place. Nothing is going anywhere. Okay. Whoop.
Look at you go.
Whoop. Okay. See, the tape is down, and now I'm pressing it. Yeah, don't ruin your book.
Oh, look at that.
Woo.
That's
Cool,
so
huh?
cool. So Belinda just said surgical tools for tape surgery.
Okay. So now you do the composition. My beautiful mold will go here. And I'm going to put something here on top. Like, what did I do with it? Oh, I put them here. So you can take a sentiment and put it here. Right? And then we're just going to finish embellishing it, and we're almost done. Now, how do I put the mold over here so it'll stay, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my favorite.
Yeah,
Glossy
glossy gel.
gel.
Yeah, I think I want to put a little bit of wax over the frame just so that it's not so stark. But again, it's totally optional. But you can take a little bit of wax and very lightly go over the frame.
Mm-hmm.
You see what's happening?
Beautiful.
I like gold. I like shiny stuff. What can I say?
Yeah, I think all girls, all ladies need a bit of bling. We need the bling.
So this will go here, and it takes a long time to dry. So I'm going to place it, but I don't expect it to dry right away.
Yeah.
But I do want to show you how I do it. And I'm being very generous with my gel. I'm taking actual clumps of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, hang on, before you put it down, stop. So Kelly has just said, turn your book around. You've got it the wrong way.
I do.
Thank you, Kelly. Lucky I actually looked. at the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, and Marianne also said, make sure it's the right way. Oh, now everyone's saying, check
Always
your
have
book.
to make sure it's the right way.
So we're all. Oh.
Now I placed it so his paws are on the frame and the bottom paws are on the bottom side of the tray. So it's like he's standing right here on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some mossy stuff. Okay. This is like really dirty.
So managed to smuggle in some Spanish moss.
Yeah, some moss.
No one from Border Security is watching, but I was so excited. So it's got its own little place in my craft room now.
Woo. Okay. And again, I'm putting glossy gel and just sticking it right on there. In random order.
Wherever you feel it, you're going to stick it.
There is no particular order.
Marianne says that it is stunning. You've got emojis with hearts in the eyes. You did have Heart Rain by Anna. Aneshka says, I love it.
Thank you. I got heart rain. I got a heart rain.
You sure did. I think we need more hearts, though. So everyone start putting in your little hearts in the comments for Tamar.
I love heart rain.
Oh, look. Oh, Neshka. Look, she's done. Oh, yep. Clara said beautiful.
Thank you, Anishka.
Valeria said you've got more hearts, Rain. We've got fab job. Lots of love.
Okay. We can add some leaves.
Oh, I like them.
This I went with a friend to Hobby Lobby the other day. And while I was waiting for her, I'm like, that will look cool in my album.
They're super cool. Can you just pull your book down just a little bit, please, Tamar?
No.
Please. Just oh, now oh, I love it. Oh, you'll have to go back and look at the comments, Tamar. You've got lots of love hearts. Everyone's giving you heart rain.
My head is down now. I trust you to read me some, but yeah. I will go back and look. And the third thing I want to show you before we finish, okay? Okay, so this you're going to put here, right? Like that. And the finishing touch I have here are little tiny flowers. And these are little shabby flowers that I made. And again, there's a tutorial on my website for that. And what I do is I take the leftovers from the project or from the paper if you have leftovers. So let's pick, well, this is not exactly leftover, but okay. And I'm going to do it with white because it'll show better on white. And just paint some flowers, okay? Just paint small flowers, 5 petals. And you're going to need, I made 5 flowers. So 2 for each. It's 10 of those. Okay. You're going to cut them around. And it's really very easy to do. Okay. After you have that, all right, well, I only cut 4. Ha.
Oh, do you know, I didn't even notice. That's how bad it is. I thought you actually cut the right amount.
You know, there is a thing about when time is like going, and you're rushing.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you have those little petals, okay, and you might want to alternate colors, like do light over dark. And what I do is I wet it. You either spray it with water or run it under water or something. Just wet it really good with water and crinkle it.
Yep.
Twist it like that. So take the paper, the petals, wet it, crinkle it. And you can use a dryer to dry them. And after they're dry, and make sure they dry really well, or it's even better to just leave them alone and let them dry. So now it's all crinkled like that. It looks more organic.
So would you say maybe if you're going to make flowers, do it at the beginning to let them dry while you're making your album?
I would. You know, usually what I do is I make a whole bunch. I do a session, I sit and I make tons of flowers. But, you know, it doesn't take very long. Okay. And you just glue both of them together. And you can absolutely take your ink and ink that also, if you like, around. It will give it a very nice end. And you can put like something in the middle, maybe a rhinestone. You can do a rhinestone in the middle. I like bling.
Bling's always good.
Yeah. Tiny flower. And then you can just add a few flowers on there if you like. And that's it. See mine here?
Yep, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
I like the color of the rhinestones that you use.
So after this dry, add a couple flowers. I have 5 little ones here, or you can add 1 or 3, or you don't have to at all. I put this one over another cardstock, over blue cardstock, and glued it here. And that's it.
Voila, it is done.
And it is done. Oh, and yeah, I added a little bit more after it dried here, after the gel dried. I added a little more of the ink here, just to give the leaves a little bit of shade.
Yes, yeah. Give it a two-tone.
Yeah, and that's it. See, little tags with little schmaltzies on it.
Cute.
Little mats to go inside the pocket. All these added things. The whole entire process of how I made it again is on my website. You can go check it out if you're not sure how.
It's beautiful.
Yay!
And everyone is loving it. So let me put you back in. We want to see your face.
Want to see my face? Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
not sure why.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Marianne, thank you both for riveting live.
Please say
We've
your
got
and it's creative-treasures.com.
that, but with a dash in between.
Dash.
.com. Yes.
Yeah. And on the top menu there, you see place where you can buy the different collections and all the Stamperia things. And on the right, you'll have tutorials if you want to see the tutorial again.
You too, Ida. You stay
And if
safe.
you want to sign up for classes, I do online classes as well. So.
And then make sure you check out Etsy. Now I'm going to try and remember. It was Etsy, eBay, online, then YouTube, Facebook. Is that it? Did I get everything?
I think that if anybody want to follow the projects, the best place is really on Facebook because everything is there. Tutorials you can either find on my website or on YouTube.
It's the best place to go.
Yeah. I love you too, Corenza. Oh. Thank you, Jessica and Anna. Oh, I appreciate it, Anna. Thank you. Oh, Roberta, Tatiana. I'm so humble that so many people came by and watched.
Yeah.
Can't even tell you how humbling.
Everyone loved it. It's one of those things where, like, we were joking saying that we'd be lucky to get 3 people to watch us on the live, but we got to 60, so that's good. We're happy that everyone, like, these people want to come in and watch you create. I mean, what else would you do on a Friday morning in the US? And Friday night for me.
Probably laundry.
So I had my dryer on and I heard it beep because it's finished. I was like, oh, I've got to remember to take that out. And then I was like, I hope no one else heard because I'd know my washing's in the dryer. No, thank you so much.
Friday is the day that I do my chores, my shopping, my laundry, my cleaning, so that the weekend comes and I'm free to play.
Yes, that's a good idea. Actually, I've got to do cleaning Thursday because my husband comes home, so I've got to make sure the house is clean. So Thursday, I'm out for the whole day, top to bottom, cleaning.
Oh, that's a good. The boys help you at all?
So what I'm going to do, they don't know yet. There's going to be a little roster, and I'm going to have their names and the jobs that they're going to be doing, and they're going to be working for it. Because if they think they're getting presents from their father when he gets home for free, they've got another thing coming. Not going to happen. Yes, I hope everyone has a good weekend. Yeah.
Before everybody leaves, I do want to mention one thing. I left it for the end. Anybody who watched the video or will watch it later, when you go to my website to purchase anything, I'll give you a coupon code to use for an additional 10% off. And you can use Stamperia 21.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Until the end of November, use Stamperia 21 for an additional 10% off. This is a bonus for everybody that watched until the end of the video.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Tamar. That's really sweet. Really, really sweet. And now everyone's like, thank you, thank you. Those of you that left beforehand, you're not going to know.
Don't know if they'll watch the time, but that's okay. And probably somebody can put it in the comments. That's fine.
No, that is awesome. Everyone's like, oh, now, yep, okay, we'll click it through saying thank you. That's awesome. Well, we would like to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for being with us today, this afternoon, tonight, wherever you are. It means the world to us. So thank you. Have a great weekend. And I will see everyone Monday with Omar.
I will see you then. Anybody has questions, please leave it in a comment and tag me. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.